Good morning, it's me, Gary.
Hey, I'm Brandon, welcome.
It's time for your morning stoner briefing.
Yep.
Welcome to Wake and Bake Live with Gary and Brandon.
Thank you for joining us. I'm going to shuffle some papers. We're going to do important papers.
We're whole new show. How's the sound? Maybe a little loud? What do you guys say?
Hello. Everybody here. Let's do roll call. Southern Bros, you're here. Ian, you're here. Amy, you're here. Carl, everybody's here. Okay, great. We can start. Welcome to the 420 Science Club Live Wake and Bake. It's our live morning show where we, talk about recent events in cannabis while we're, partaking in cannabis and being the two wild and crazy guys we are. Actually, we're pretty calm. I wouldn't say that we're...
Yeah, I wore my glasses today. I mean, this is like a new Gary.
That made sense. I was gonna get glasses just for this.
Well, maybe you should.
I think I should get my eyes. I should stare at the sun for like 30 seconds, without looking, and then go get glasses. It'll make me smarter and less blind. So, anyways, we noticed a few things in this week that were kind of disturbing in the news. And we just wanted to talk about them and see what other people's thoughts were. We're just gonna load a bowl and get started.
Well, here, I'm gonna do this first. I mean, also I'm running this shit right here. Gary is your VJ.
Gary runs this bitch. With help from Brett.
Running a little skeleton crew today.
Well, it's this is very pleasant. I rolled this much less. Usually, when I roll a pinner, I make an accident and roll it too tight, and then I have to struggle to suck it down. But I managed to roll this one just right today, so I'm rather proud of that. All right, so. Here's what I'd like to start off with first, Gary. The most disturbing thing in the news that I've been finding out for this last week is that Waluigi is missing from Smash Brothers, and the internet freaked the fuck out about it. Everyone felt as though they were completely betrayed by Nintendo. That the floor was ripped out from underneath us collectively.
I mean, how could you leave out Waluigi?
He's the silliest character in the Nintendo universe. He's a giant, gangly, slender man of a Luigi. No one knows his background. He has no story. The internet made up his story. We gave him life. I personally
identify with him, being tall and gangly myself.
And Gary used to have a very crooked mustache. That's why he shaved it off. Oh, Waluigi. Right. And it's one of the few accents that you can just do all the time and nobody's going to call you racist. Who are you trying to be? And I'm just I'm being a Waluigi. And they're oh, they do sound like that. That's just how he sounds. Now what are we left with? It's awful. Just truly a time to mourn with the way things are going.
Any other thoughts? People even care about that?
I mean, it's a thing that happened, and it was sad. Moving on, you're right, Gary. Hopefully Nintendo will fix it. You'll get your chance, Nintendo. It was so serious that the Washington Post wrote an article about it. Look it up. It's a great article. Also, Justice Kennedy retired. Everybody's flipping out about that because, that's a hole that's going to get filled, and then we're just falling like dominoes, having a world where good things are happening. We're one step closer to being governed by the Council of Ricks, which is no future that anybody wants to live in.
Especially Rick C-137.
No, he doesn't want it. That's when you know it's bad, when the person that the universe is based about doesn't even want to fuck with it. You're just get me out of here. I don't know. What do you think?
What do I think about it? Well, I mean, I think all the Democrats are wishing they would have fought a little harder to get Garland in there.
Physically fought.
physically fought.
Physically fought.
I mean, they all thought Hillary was gonna win, and like
that's what we need. Like,
and
we need more fisticuffs.
I don't think there's any stopping
in the government
Republicans from putting in who they want. You know,
it's a big steamroller made out of assholes. But I mean, not people, politicians. I mean, that's what I think.
Yeah, getting a little political this morning. I hope we don't offend you.
Moving on. What else?
Well, also this week we had a new drug that came onto the market.
Oh, the FDA approved
Epidiolex.
Epidolex.
Epidiolex.
Yeah, sounds like fun, right?
Yeah, $2,500 to $5,000 a month. Like, I guess that's what science costs from plant.
You guys ever hear CBD?
CBD? Oh, I wish we had that fucking clip fucking lined up. Oh,
yeah.
Like, you know, I have a lot of mixed feelings about this.
No sense.
I mean, it's like, one, it's great. It is plant derived. You know, it is FDA approved. It's helping kids with epilepsy. It's crazily, I mean, it's so expensive when, you know, they can do it for much cheaper.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the strongest other one that's out there right now that has, I mean, I assume the same effect, which is the, what's Charlotte's? The Charlotte's.
Well, yeah, I mean, just doing like a tincture that is like heavy CBD,
and that costs like $100 or $200. Like, that's the most expensive one, but it's like 200 times less expensive when it's just made by people that are cool.
Yeah, I mean, CBD. I mean, like, listen, the thing with CBD right now is it's almost a little snake oily. Like,
right, it's a cure-all.
A lot of different claims for it, totally unregulated. So, I mean, you just see a lot of different CBD-only products that are on the market. And I think that, I mean, listen, it's good that you know, and this is a good, like, kind
of... It opens the door towards more testing.
More legalization, more acceptance of cannabis.
Research.
Because it's like, hey, here's this compound that comes from this plant. It doesn't get you high. So people are like, oh, well,
but it has all these other benefits.
But I think the thing that most people, you know, I mean, a lot of people understand that are cannabis enthusiasts or people that have informed themselves that there is the entourage effect of CBD mixing with all the other cannabinoids. And you know, I think there's a lot to be said for that. So, like, having low dosage of THC in there, like a 20-to-1 ratio,
might amplify or otherwise enhance
it does. And I mean, I think that, I mean, anecdotally, I've read a lot about it. Like, you know, I'm frequent the CBD Reddit subreddit. You know, so a lot of people's personal testimonials with it. But, you know, I think at the end of the day, it's a good thing. But we still have a lot of work to do, like, you know, and I think that ultimately this is a plant that grows out of the ground, and, you know, charging $5,000 a month to kids with epilepsy.
To super science it and refine it, but it's because they know that this is how much money that insurance will purchase this drug for. And people need to have it covered by that. Yeah. Like, that's what drives up those drug prices. It's demand.
It's a whole giant scam. But that's the world we live in. Hopefully
there also isn't hemp hopefully.
Well, the Farm Bill looks like it's going to legalize hemp,
which is amazing because, like, everything should be made out of hemp bioplastic, and like rope and clothing and everything that we thought should be made out of hemp that was gonna, like, bring these amazing cheap fabrics and stuff to us, like, and they were like, no, too much competition with cotton, the fabric of our fucking lives. Like, fuck you, cotton.
Big oil, big
cotton. Just big cotton.
Big paper.
Yeah.
I mean, don't even get me started.
I'm behind big hemp.
Big hemp. I grew up on a farm. I really hope my dad can grow hemp. It's a great rotation crop. No pesticides or herbicides really needed. It's a weed, not really. We call it a weed because it grows like one, but
ruderalis. It's super viral. I mean, we all know how strong of a plant it is. Like, yeah, like I'm excited about that. Like, I'm excited, like, because that kind of pushes on this other part of normalization where, like, if the whole reason this thing, like, if you go back to the history, it's one of the reasons that, like, it was made illegal in the first place was, like, to control these farm crops and to, like, be racist. And, like, we don't want these brown people growing all this stuff that they can sell it for a lot of money. We're growing cotton. Like, and so, but eventually, like, if you take away the whole reason it was illegal in the first place and say, well, actually, that's okay now, then, like, you're like, oh, well, shit, man. Like, why don't we just get rid of all of it and say it's all okay?
I think we're moving to a point where, I mean, cannabis is going to just become like any other crop. Be really inexpensive, like, and we're going to be overloaded with Cabana Boys. I can't even say that right.
Overloaded with Cabana Boys. That needs to be one of the things that we have anytime we say cannabinoids wrong, and it needs to fly in, and we need to have a Cabana Boys. Like, I'll try to work on that. Yeah, we need to get straight dope. A few video cues, our video cue board. We're going to work on that.
Yeah, I mean, because I can make all sorts of things come up. Like, we can have this thing come up, and it's like, oh, look. Technical difficulties. No.
We're back.
Not yet. Almost. Now you're back. I need, like, a touch screen that can be like, boom, boom.
I got me a touch screen.
What? Like, wait, we should get some sound effects
DJ?
going.
We need turntables?
I mean, air horn sound effects.
Oh, people love that. People love it when you use an air horn on camera. You want this? Take it.
Cool.
I'm going to take this.
Oh, yeah, dude, yeah. All right, cool. Those are the things we talked about. Is America fucked? I mean, I don't know.
Well, the truth is, it's like...
What's your definition of fucked?
The truth is like, it was a long time ago, and, you know, some people want to fix that, some people don't. But
progress feels like we're fucked, but then, you know.
Sure. I think, yeah, the first reaction a lot of people have is to think that things are going to turn out like a dystopian sci-fi show. And a lot of people go back, and you just got to realize those stories are so fucking unlikely. Like, everything that would have to happen to actually get there, like, why would we dress people like ugly nuns? Like, why would we burn all the books? Like,
okay, hey, yeah, we're gonna read your comments, Matt, and we're gonna answer your questions because we're out of things to talk about now.
Yeah,
I mean, except for the 4th of July sale, but we'll.
So yeah, he noted that in Colorado that you can grow. You get a license to grow your own hemp too.
Yeah. I mean, the legal states all have framework for hemp being grown, which, you know, is just low THC cannabis, and then are using that for industrial purposes. I mean, the thing with hemp is, like, we do not have the manufacturing in place to process it really yet. So there aren't, you know, like the pressing the seeds, sure, because I mean we're pressing. Linseed oil, canola oil. So, I mean, we have the infrastructure to do, like, seed pressing and get hemp oil for, you know, food purposes or fuel or anything. But many, like, you know, turning it into, fabric or using the fiber, like, those are things that we just don't have in our country yet. And so, I mean, there's a really big, I think some of the biggest opportunities for money and industry are going to be in the industrial side of
like eventually. But I mean, hopefully, like, the way markets usually pick up things, right, is you have a big side like that, but you also have like a craft market side, and you have like independent makers that like find little cool, super expensive things to do with it at first. I'm interested in that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there are like I mean, he's like Tennessee. They've been growing hemp. I mean, there are things happening in the States right now, but like we're far behind Canada and Europe. I mean,
Yeah.
like
In many ways.
oh my God. I mean,
In at least 5 that I can think of
Canada.
immediately.
my personal message to Canada and Europe is I still like you.
Yeah.
Brandon still likes you.
We're-
so
You can come buy stuff from us online. Canada. Not Europe, but Canada. Come to the shop. We're open.
would we ever do a charity stream? Yeah, sure. I mean,
It would have to be something we really got behind.
every stream is a charity stream for charity for
In many
Gary,
ways.
Brandon, and all of our employees and families.
Yeah.
420 Science does donate to the Marijuana Policy Project and also works with Normal here in Texas. So, I mean, we do work with charities trying to push forward legalization. If I was going to work with a charity, it would probably be like the ACLU, really fighting that good fight of keeping our freedom, keeping those 10 commandments off of
Everybody's
courthouses.
back.
No. My favorite is the Satanic Temple who wants to put up the Baphomet
I know, did that
statue
still never
every-
get done? It was
No,
like
no.
this close.
Because every time they're like, oh, whoa, you're right. We're not going to put up our 10 commandments because we don't want this statue.
Oh, so it's successfully neutralizing the situation.
Yes, yeah. I mean, they're like,
Oh, that's good.
you know.
Some might say it was the plan all along.
Yeah, some might say. I just feel bad for the guy that like sculpted it, right? Like that was probably one of his life's greatest works was to sculpt this giant goat-headed, demon-winged insanity
with a child on
thing,
his-
right, with like a beautiful human child sitting in his lap.
People are like, what are you even talking about?
Oh, okay. So it was in Kansas. It was in Kansas. Okay, so in one state they wanted to erect these 2 giant, 10 Commandments and in a public area, and the Church of Satan was like, that's fine, like freedom of religion. We would like to erect a giant Baphomet, which is one of the I don't know. It goes all the way back to the Knights Templar, and it's a crazy thing. But it's a big goat-headed, winged demon, given this sign, and it terrified everybody. They actually got it sculpted, and they were going to say, like, if you put yours up, we can put ours up. And they were like, okay, never mind, peace. We'll not worry about that. It's just a really cool thing that happened in real life.
I was looking for the article to put here into the chat so you can read about this. I mean, this is like level 10 trolling.
Yeah. This is like when you commission like a $10,000 statue to get made. Yeah. It's brilliant. It's quite the move.
What other questions? A live talk. I would like to do a live talk. I don't know if we would go.
Oh, like where people could show up in real chairs?
And listen to us. Maybe someday.
Yeah, we just have to invite us somewhere.
He says Atlanta. I don't know.
Hot.
Like,
Atlanta.
let's go to a legal state.
Let's go
We'll
to
meet you there.
That's where Dungeon Con is. In Dragon Con. They're separate events.
Got a shout out from Montana.
Yep.
Did you know I grew up and am from Havre, Montana? So there's my fact.
Plowing them fields.
Yep. What other comments we got here? I mean, we've been going. How long is should our morning show be, everybody? The regular show length, 22 to 23 minutes.
20 with commercials.
It's 30 minutes with commercials.
Right, so we'll start making commercials. We'll put one in the middle. It'll be 30 minutes long with the commercials.
That would be good.
So,
you can, take a little break.
We can totally do that.
Cut it over.
It's 2 cups of coffee, 1 smoke worth, or 2 smokes, 1 cup of coffee, or 1 breakfast, 1 smoke, 1 cup of coffee worth.
I had 1 dab. I smoked some joint. I finished my Americano.
Like that's basically it's more for just to get a couple cups of coffee in you, get a little bud in you, and then we say adieu.
Here's some other news that I did see yesterday, and Kim brings this up.
Yep.
Kim Landick.
Oh, our affiliate, our person out in the field.
Person out in the field reporting from Arizona, where I also lived for 10 years. Their Supreme Court, or the Arizona highest court, determined that concentrates were illegal in their medical program because they only feel like the language allows for raw flour.
Interesting.
And so they have they have a lot of dispensaries and stuff there. So that's a lot of little uncertainty in Arizona.
Yeah, that's gonna send to.
And really vape. So that includes vape pens. They use concentrate a lot of times to produce edibles. I guess they will appeal and continue to fight that fight, but it may take getting the law changed.
Would you ever get high enough to wear the space helmet behind you? Go back and watch the. Is that our New Year's video? Is it
420?
Oh, 420. Go back and watch our last 420 video. We hooked up vaporizers to him. We did vapor helmets, and it's basically an instructional video on how to do it. Not really. It's very.
What do I even look like
simple.
with this thing on? Oh.
You look fantastic. But yeah, we have 2 vapor helmets that we wear on special occasions to get super stoned in, and it is relentless. It just constantly blows
it was intense.
in your face, and it's the only thing you're breathing. Every breath is you get trashed in that special, wonderful way that makes you go to space.
But your beard smells great.
Oh, and then your beard smells like vapor the rest of the day, and everybody loves it.
All right. Well, any other comments we want to answer here?
I think it's time to sign off. I'm done with my coffee.
You're all finished up.
You guys do the robot as you sign off?
I'm not very good with impersonations or acting.
We don't have any music.
Don't do other races.
No.
Don't do impersonations.
Oh, okay. That's right.
Step one.
I think it is important to mention that we do have a sale this weekend.
Yep.
July 4th sale goes through July 4th, which is next Wednesday.
All right.
Or actually this coming up Wednesday.
So from now-ish all the way through Wednesday-ish, 15% off site-wide.
Pretty much everything.
Cool.
You can do it.
All right.
Tune in next week. We're gonna go live again every week, every Friday morning,
and we're
gonna do this.
Messing around on Instagram.
Yeah, follow us on social media at 420 Science Club for Twitter and Instagram. That's us. You can follow our main account at 420 Science. 420science.com. That is where we work when we're done here.
420 Science Club on Twitch too.
Oh, watch Brandon and Stu game.
Yep. And then, you can beat the shit out of us at every game we play because we're not that good.
We should get a Fortnite thing together, and we'll all play, and you can protect me.
Well, this as soon as things go bad, we just throw the controller to. You can start with you, then you can throw it to me, and then I can throw it to Stu whenever it gets really bad. It's a 3-man strategy to trying to win. That's how we play. 3. It takes how many stoners does it take? 3.
All right. 710.
Cheers, everybody.
710 giveaway also going up tomorrow. Last day of the other giveaway. There's things. We're doing things all the time. You know how to find us. Tune in next week. Thank you. Have a great weekend.
Bye. Happy 4th.
Wait, I turned this off. I know. Go out. We'll just go out.
You just got no idea how to end the show.
Yeah, I didn't even consider.
Just pull the power.
Just pull the plug.
Shut your laptop.
Is that it?
I don't is that how it works?
I think we just.
I can't even. I have to do pretend drinks now.
Yeah. We'll go.